Shabbat Shalom. This is Temple Bethel in Salinas, and we're glad that you can join us on our live stream. We will begin our service with Shabbat HaMalka, the Sabbath Queen, page 10 in your Mishkan Tefillah. The sun on the treetops no longer is seen. Come gather to welcome the Sabbath, our Queen. Behold her descending, the holy, the blessed, and with her the angels of peace and of rest. Draw near, and here abide. Draw near, O Sabbath bride. Peace also to you, you angels of peace. Nancy Makita will read a reading for our Shabbat candle lighting, page 2 and 3.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their heart. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Please join us in our candle lighting. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace, born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. L'chun Aranana, page 12 Please join Rick Iramatagi and myself in singing. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena al Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena al Adonai. Naria, naria, litzuri, sheinu nekadma vana betoda. Naria, naria, litzuri, sheinu, bizmirot naria lo. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai. 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 We continue Kabbalat Shabbat, Shiru l'Adonai, Shir Chadash, sing a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash. Shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song. Lechato D, page 20, as we greet our Shabbat bride. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshavat tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'diborecha ishmianu elcha miuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad le'shem u'tiferet ve'li tila. kala, yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Pnei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva orech kumi orim, uri, uri, shir daveri, kevod Adonai, alaich nigla, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Pnei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha uv'tzola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, boi chala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Pnei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Kabbalat Shabbat continues. Shalom Aleichem, page 24. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Lai lai la lai lai lai, lai lai la lai 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 lai, lai 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 la lai lai lai, lai lai la lai 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 lai. Baruch Hu Nila Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitichem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Lai lai la lai lai lai, lai lai la lai 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 la lai 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 Page 23. 26. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabba. V'yamad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uv'izman kariv v'immeru. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, le'olam u'l'olam me'amaya, yitbarach, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי קודשא בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה בנחמתה, תמירן בעלמה, ויאמרו Amen. We rise for our call to prayer, page 28. Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Page 30 from Ba'ariv Arabim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bivro Ma'ariv Arabim. B'chokma poteach she'arim u'v'tvuna mishane itim. U'machliv et hazmonim u'msader et hakokavim. B'mishrotehem barakia kirtsono. Borei yom v'layla golel or nipnei choshech v'choshech nipnei or. Uma'avir yom u'mevid laila, uma'avdil ben yom u'vein laila, Adonai tzaha'ot shmo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'alam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv arvim.
El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai. Hama'ariv aravim. You want to read Jeff, do you want to read Ahavat Olam?
Rather than sing? Rather than sing?
Right.
Okay. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Amen. And please rise for the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated. And join on page 36, the Ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha v'dibartam bam v'shivtecha ha'vetecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shokbecha u'v'kumecha Ukshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu latotafot beinenecha, uvtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha, leman tizkiru, ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai, item kadoshim lelohechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher Hotzeiti Echem, Meretz Mitzrayim, Liot Lachem Lelohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, Amen. Amen.
Page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Michamocha, our Song of Freedom, page 40. Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha nedar b'kodesh, Atahilot osef eleh, Nora tahilot osef eleh, Malachotecha ra'u v'alecha, Bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Ze'elianu ve'omeru, Adonai yimloch, Adonai yimloch, le'olam va'ed. V'ne'amar kivada Adonai et Yaakov, ugealo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch ata Adonai, Gal Yisrael. Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu, Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu, shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu, Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu, shomreinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu, sukat lamecha. Ufros aleinu, sukat lamecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai. We invite you to rise for prayer, our tefillah, page 46. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevig Ula Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo V'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Baal Givurot, Umidom Elach, Melech Memid, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, B'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh, Shemcha kadosh, U'kadoshim bechol yom, Yehallelucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el hakadosh. We pray silently. Jeff Siegel will take the Torah out of the ark as we prepare to chant the 10 Commandments this evening, Parshat Yitro, and we rise and turn to page 244. Ein kamocha ba'Elohim Adonai, v'ein kema'asecha, malachutecha malachut kol amim, u'memshavtecha v'chol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yevarich et amo v'shalom. Adonai yevarich et amo v'shalom. Av harachamim, heitiv avirtzonecha et Zion. Tivni chomot Yerushalayim, tivni chomot Yerushalayim. Tivecha levad batachnu, melech elam v'nisadon olamim. Yom tetzeh Torah, ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, u'devar Adonai miYerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kdushato. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adoneinu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlul Adonai Yidin, U'neroma Shemo Yachdav. Lecha Adonai agidula ve'agivura ve'ativera ve'anetzach ve'aod. Kifo b'shamayim u'ba'aretz, kifo b'shamayim u'ba'aretz. Lecha Adonai Yavacha, worrying that because of their similarities, Harry Potter might be destined for the same evil darkness as the villain, Voldemort, Harry's beloved mentor. Dumbledore assures him, "It is our choices, Harry, that show who we truly are, far more than our abilities." J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. We are defined by our choices. This is the central theme of her Harry Potter series. We choose love over anger, courage over ignorance, friendship over solitude, what is right over what is easy. Choice is also a defining theme of the story of the Jewish people. In Parshat Yitro, we learn that if they choose to faithfully obey God and keep God's covenant, the Israelites will be God's treasured possession among all the peoples. God's treasured possession, Am Segula, God's chosen people. At this moment of receiving the Torah at Sinai, of entering into a sacred covenant, we are taught that chosenness itself is a choice. If we choose Torah, if we choose God, if we choose covenantal community, then we will be chosen, treasured, holy. And it is this communal commitment of accepting Torah at Sinai that defines the character of the Jewish people. We choose Torah, God, covenant, and community. Please join me in the blessings for the Torah reading. Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamborach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah. Anochi Adonai Elohecha, asher hotzeticha me'eretz Mitzrayim mibeit avadim. Lo yihye lecha Elohim acharim al panai. Lo ta'aseh lecha vesel v'chol temunah asher b'shamayim mimal. Vasher ba'aretz mitachat, vasher b'mayim mitachat la'aretz. Lo tishtachaveh lahem, v'lo ta'avdeim, ki anochi Adonai Elohecha el Elkanah, poked avot al banim, al shileshim, va'al ribeim l'sonai. Ve'osei chesed lalafim, le'ohavai u'shomrei mitzvotai. Lo tisa et shem Adonai Elohecha lashav, ki lo yinakeh Adonai et asher yisa et shemo lashav.
I, the Lord, am your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods besides me. You shall not make for yourself a sculptured image or any likeness of what is in the heavens above, or on the earth below, or in the waters under the earth. You shall not bow down to them or serve them. For I, your God, the Lord, am an impassioned God, visiting the guilt of the parents upon the children, upon the third and upon the fourth generations of those who reject me, by showing kindness to the 1,000th generation of those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not swear falsely by the name of your God, for Adonai will not clear one who swears falsely by God's name.
Zachor et Yom HaShabbat lekadsho, sheshet yamim tavod, v'sitecho malachtecha, v'yom hashvi'i Shabbat, l'Adonai Elohecha, lo ta'aseh kol melacha בבארך, באמתך, ובהמתך, בגרך, אשר בשעריך. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, את הים ואת כל אשר בם, וינח ביום השביעי. על כן ברך אדוני את יום השביעי ויקדשהו. כבד את אביך ואת אמך, למען יאריכון ימיך על האדמה אשר אדוני אלוהיך נותן לך. לא תרצח, לא תנאף, לא תגנוב, לא תענה ברעך עד שקר, לא תחמוד אשת רעך, ועבדו ואמתו, ושרו וחמורו, וכל אשר לרעך. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 6 days shall you labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath for your God. You shall not do any work, you, your son or daughter, your male or female slave, or your cattle, or your stranger who is within your settlements. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth and sea and all that is in them, and then rested on the seventh day. Therefore Adonai blessed the seventh Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor your father and your mother, that you may long endure on the land that is your God, that your God is assigning to you. You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor, you shall not covet your neighbor's house, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor male nor female slave, nor ox nor ass, nor anything that is your neighbor's.
We pause with our Torah out to offer prayers of healing to all of those in need of healing. And Jeff Siegel will join me in singing Misha Barach, our prayer for healing. May the one who blessed our fathers and mothers heal all of those that we name in our hearts.
Judy Blonsky, Dolores Rozoff, Carla Wolf, Leah Winter, Sylvia Seidman, Harold and Joyce Gordon.
Stephanie Faithy. Please join in our Misha Barach prayer of healing and hope.
The ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of
now. Jeff and I will magically trade places. We return the Torah to the ark, but first Jeff will lift it. Vezot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Everybody can see the 10 Commandments there. Hodo al Eretz. Hodo al Eretz v'shamayim v'yarem keren le'amo tehila lechol chasidav libnei Yisrael angerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Ki lekachtu natati lachem torati al ta'azovu etz hayimi amachazikima et avchecha meusha terachea darchenu bechol nedivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva. Chadish, Chadish Yameinu, Chadish Yameinu kekedem. Thank you, Jeff and Nancy. Hachnasat Orchim, literally welcoming guests, the religious obligation to offer hospitality to those in need and to welcome guests into our homes and communities. Tradition teaches that the biblical patriarch Abraham's tent was always open to passerbys, and he is often portrayed as demonstrating this value. Active shooter drills, hostage training, and bomb threat protocols? How does that fit in with welcoming guests? What is lost when a place of worship is secured from the outside world? Can it remain a sanctuary? The enhanced security there is an uptick in anti-Semitism in the United States, according to the Anti-Defamation League. We all know about the attack on the Tree of Life Synagogue in which 11 people were killed. It remains the deadliest attack on Jewish Americans in U.S. history. Jewish American leaders often point to this assault as a turning point of security standards at synagogues. But some in the Jewish community have raised concerns about how increased security measures affect places of worship, long considered sanctuaries both to believers and strangers. A faculty chair of the Homeland Security Program at Harvard University said, "The challenge for synagogues and places of worship generally is that there are some vulnerabilities that can't be mitigated without changing the identity of the institution. And that vulnerability is a desire to welcome the stranger." Malik Faisal Akram did not force his way in. Rabbi Citron Walker invited the 44-year-old inside. Akram told negotiators, "Is this a night shelter?" And they let me in and they gave me a cup of tea. And Rabbi Charlie said, "He looked cold. He looked like he needed shelter. When he came into the synagogue, his eyes weren't darting around. He seemed calm. I didn't have any ill feelings. I offered him some hot tea, Hachnasat Orchim." What about at Mother Emanuel AME African Methodist Church in Charleston in 2015, when self-described white supremacist Dylan Roof was welcomed inside by parishioners and invited to join an evening Bible study before he opened fire and killed 9 black worshipers? If a homeless person says, "I need a warm place," we should be doing that. Kindness is so built into Judaism and all of our faiths, said Rabbi Schaffner from Kesher, Israel in Washington, D.C. To be at a time in history when we can't do that because we're too worried, that is tragic. Jewish leaders like Rabbi Schaffner face a tug of war between sanctuary and security, between wanting their synagogues to remain open and the reality that Jewish Americans are, according to the FBI, consistently the most targeted religious community in the United States. Asked if there was a red line for security, a level that would compromise the essence of a synagogue, the ADL's Mr. Greenblatt said he didn't know.
Shabbat Shalom. I will begin on a less somber note. The 10 Commandments is familiar to most people, and it's they're ripe for a few jokes, and people add their 13th commandment, which I forgot to look up what they were, but some of them are pretty funny. However, I always have some goodies. Just a couple of short ones. My mask makes it hard for me to read. Okay. Baruch, the editor of a Jewish weekly, was sick and tired of all the abusive letters to the editors he received following his editorials. So he decided to run the 10 Commandments. One week, in lieu of his usual commentary. A few days later came a letter. "Cancel my subscription. You're getting too personal." Okay. When a student was asked once to list the 10 Commandments in any order, he replies, 3, 6, 1, 8, 4, 5, 9, 2, 10, 7. Got them all. And that's my wisdom for the day. Thank you to Rick for coming to enhance, I should say, our service tonight. That was great. It feels a little empty in here without a congregation. We hope you are out there enjoying our service and the music. There aren't too many events going on, as you know. However, there is the big one coming up, the Deli Pack sale. If you can pass out some posters, or we have postcards, many of them. You can stop by when Susie is here. Let her know you're coming, check beforehand, and she will hand them out to you. If you can volunteer, you might contact Anna Schumacher, see what kind of help is needed. Other than that, I believe there's the there's Torah study tomorrow.
10:30 a.m. on
basic-
Zoom. 10:30 a.m. on Zoom.
Right, in Basic Judaism on
Basic
Monday?
Judaism on
At
Zoom, 4
4, I
o'clock
believe.
on Monday.
On Monday, okay, and that's pretty much it. The board of directors and some of the committee chairmen are not sitting back just because we're not congregating. And we have people fixing fences and committees who are working on various things. So we're not doing nothing, it's just, you can't see it. But here we are, the few of us, so thanks Jeff for running the live stream, and Cantor for preparing all the singing, and I guess I get thanks for showing up.
And you get thanks for doing so many little things around here, Nancy, and running a really, really good board meetings. And we do have a committee that is a branch of our House committee that is our security committee, and we had already started making preparations a year or two ago to enhance our security here at Temple Bethel, and those things are in place and coming to fruition, working on those. We continue on page 282, Aleinu, and Nancy will open the ark. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gdula liyotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kagoyei haratzot, velo samanu kamishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu koreim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, v'ne'emor v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. We turn to the Kaddish on page 294. We mark the yard sites of Ed Whiteskin, W. Whiteskin, Seymour Turner, Anna Miller, Max Samuel Gadsky, Roderick Nepomuceno, Lucille Cohn, Liz Lawrence. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yamad yivrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei l'chol beit Yisrael, b'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulal me'almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudeshah, La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat peace and safety and health to all of you, as we close with our prayer for peace. Oseh shalom. Shabbat shalom. Thank you so much, Rick, for the beautiful music this evening.